It's a new experience. It's a new day. Feel the rhythm, feel the ride. Get on up, it's Big Low time. Welcome everybody to the Big Sports Lowdown. It's a whole new world right now, y'all, and you're the first to get to enjoy it. Man, oh man, what a week. You know, last week we did the radio show / webcast, whatever you want to call it, and now it's a whole new thing. It's TV time. So if you're watching, thank you. Thank you very much. Wow, it's a dream come true for me. I don't know about you, but the Big Sports Lowdown, basically, it's going to be a variety sports show. It's something new, something nobody's ever done. Most sports shows, they have a couple guys in, a couple gals in. They do a little interview here and there and talk about what's going on in the world of sports. With the Big Sports Lowdown, you're going to see a whole lot of different stuff. We're going to have things that revolve around sports, different feel-good stories, different do-good stories, and different fun sports stories. So you're in for a new ride. You're in for a new show. And it's all hosted by me, Big Low, Seattle's biggest sports fan. But as the video said, the world's biggest sports fan. I might as well move up. It's time. It's time to lash out and let people know that we're all the world's biggest sports fans. I'm not dubbing myself. I'm not dubbing anybody else, but we are all big sports fans. Our mission in life is to win ball games and get to that championship game and eventually win it. So, welcome to the show. I guess basically we'll start off talking about national sports news, international sports news. How about Dwight Howard? Dwight Howard tells the Orlando Magic, no, I'm not going to sign a new deal. What kind of guy is that? Come on, Dwight. You're supposed to be Superman. Looks more like you're being, well, not so Superman. Come on. You got to sit down with the team. You got to get something done, Dwight, because me personally, right now, I'm turning the corner. I'm turning over a new leaf. I'm going to start paying attention to the NBA because I've got to show the NBA stuff on the show. I should say get to, because it's my show. So, Dwight, do the right thing, get a deal done, ink it with the Orlando Magic or whoever else you're going to play with, but get it done because that's your mission in life. The fans want to see you play. I want to see you play again. So I'm hoping we get a team back here in Seattle. It's going to happen. It's got to happen. Wow. How about this? In Olympic news, we got Greek Olympian Voula Papachristou, and she's already been kicked out of the competition. She doesn't get to participate in the Olympics. Why? Twitter. She had to show you her tweets. That's what it's all about. She showed the wrong tweet. She did the wrong thing. She lashed out. I mean, let me read this tweet to you. It's pretty interesting. She's at the Olympics. She's in London, and she tweets this. So many Africans in Greece, at least West Nile mosquitoes will eat homemade food. What the hell are you thinking? Are you kidding me? Voula, vuvushe, what the heck do you say? Are you kidding me? Wow. If I was on the IOCC, I'd be saying adios muchachos too. So, that's a heck of a way to start an Olympics. But then, it goes to this. How about this? You're getting ready to go on the field to play soccer. Your team's being announced. You see your name up on the big scoreboard. And wait a minute, that's the wrong flag. I don't play for them. North Korea flag mix-up? This is going to go down in history as the biggest major insult ever in Olympics history. The host nation, London, I don't think they're looking too good right now because when you show the South Korean flag before the North Korean soccer game, you got issues. So, lots of wild stuff happening already over in London. But I can't wait. Tomorrow night, opening ceremonies. Woo! Olympics, that's like my favorite time, well, I can't say of year, but of leap year, so to speak. Woo! All kinds of crazy stuff. How about Seattle Sounders? Eddie Johnson scores the winning goal last night in the Major League All-Star game. Major League Soccer has the All-Star game against Chelsea of the Premier League, and Chelsea goes down. Wow. Eddie Johnson in the 91st minute scores a goal to basically win it for this guy, for the team, for us. the Seattleites, who love Eddie, and we're really digging the fact that he's there. Holy smokes, a lot of good stuff going on in the world of sports. Let's go over a little bit of sports scores here. We got some interesting happenings locally. Big time stuff. But first, last night the Minnesota Twins lost to the Chicago White Sox 8-2. Anaheim Angels beat up on the Kansas City Royals 11-6. Tampa Bay Rays 10-1 over the Baltimore Orioles. How about the Oakland Athletics? These guys are now 5 games out of first place in the AL West. They're looking sharp. They just overtook the Anaheim Angels. Are you kidding me? This is getting crazy. The AL West, my Mariners, they were supposed to win it all. Oh, wait, no, they weren't. They were picked to play dead last. And I guess that kind of happens. But it's part of life. But the Athletics beat the Blue Jays last night 16-0. Texas Rangers beat the Red Sox 5-3. And over in the National League, we got the Mets beating the Washington Nationals. Actually, no, let's reverse that. The Nationals beat the Mets 5-2. The Pirates beat the Cubs 3-2. The Braves beat the Marlins 7-1. Holy smokes, the Phillies are starting it up again. 7-6 over the Brewers. Padres beat the Giants 6-3. Cincinnati Reds over the Astros 5-3. Cardinals over the Dodgers 3-2. And finally, the Colorado Rockies beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-2. So that's what you got in baseball. So locally, how about this? You're a 14-year-old kid. Big-time college coach comes to you and says, hey, we want to offer you a full-ride scholarship. Are you going to take it? Are you 14 years old? Heck no, you're not. But maybe there's a 14-year-old watching thinking, gosh, I'd take that. So this little 14-year-old gets a scholarship offer from Steve Sarkisian to play for the Huskies. Man, oh man. Next week, when we can take phone calls, we'll definitely take your phone calls on this issue because I want to know what you think. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I mean, what if this kid doesn't pan out? What if this kid doesn't work out to be what he's supposed to be in the future? I know a guy named Jake Locker that was a heck of a quarterback when he was a young lad, and his future is bright. So we'll see what happens with this little guy. How about Seahawks training camp starts in a couple days? Good news on the horizon. I'm really, really liking that. We'll show a clip here in a little bit. We caught up with Steve Largent last week at a golf tournament for the Greater Trinity Academy, and Steve Largent said some pretty good things about this year's squad. So hold tight. We'll show you a video in a little bit about that one. Mariners news. You want to hear about the Mariners? I know you do because I do. Justin Smoke, not so smoking. Sent down to Tacoma. He's now playing with the little guys. Justin's batting average was hovering around, let's say 190. Justin, you got to get that stride back. You got to get that swing back. You got to start hitting the ball. We'll see where he goes from here. Oh boy, scares the heck out of me. But you know what else scares the heck out of me? Ichiro Suzuki being traded. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm pretty bummed out about it. I was a big Ichiro fan, and why do you trade somebody the superstar quality that Ichiro has? He brings a lot of fans to the stands. The Japanese tourist community, I think, is going to take a big hit in the Seattle area. We will not see as many Japanese fans in the stands. I don't think Munenori Kawasaki has quite the pull that Ichiro does. I mean, Ichiro is a god. He is a god in Japan. Munenori, not so much. But we'll see. Maybe he can pull some strings and, well, maybe not. So, you know, I really think it's going to make things drop in attendance for the Mariners. And why do this when all this arena talk's going on? I mean, the big arena issue right now with the Mariners, they're saying, is traffic. Well, the Mariners are going to lose more attendance now. So where's the traffic going to be for them? I tell you, we get an NBA team, and a good one at that, if it happens, when it happens. I think Chris Hansen's group is on the verge of something big. But wait a minute, breaking news? How about this one? King County Council votes on Monday whether or not to approve Chris Hansen arena deal. You never know. I mean, it's a Soto area. We want an arena there bad. I want an arena there bad. But then Wayne Gretzky comes to town. He's spotted at the Mariners game. And does that spark curiosity? Yes, it does. So KJR Sports host Dave Softy Mahler goes out. He makes a few phone calls and does a little investigating himself. And he finds out that Gretzky's in town to meet with Bellevue officials in hopes to bring an NHL team to Bellevue. Wait a minute. I see a big war on the front. I see a big time war on the front. What's going to happen? Is it going to go to Seattle? Is it going to go to Bellevue? Who's going to get the arena? Do you know? Heck, I don't know. I just hope the King County Council does the right thing. And the Washington Stealth fans in town, they're rejoicing right now because the Stealth just signed a 5-year deal with Comcast Arena that's going to keep the team in Everett through the 2017 season. I'm a happy camper. I got my Stealth gear on. Yeah, baby. Indoor lacrosse, if you haven't seen it, you better get your tickets now because I'm telling you next year, they're going to win it all again. There's nothing like watching a championship like that. So coming up on the show, we're going to take a quick break here. Pay the sponsors or they're going to pay us. I don't know how it happens around here. I just do the talking. So we're going to take a quick break. I'll bring in some guests. And those guests are going to be the future of women's tackle football. You've seen that I've had the Lingerie Football League women on. Had a bunch of the Mist girls around, but now we're going to make it rain. We'll be back with the GM and a couple of the girls from the Everett Rain. Stay tuned. Check this video out. So being signed back in the day as an undrafted free agent, then being claimed off waivers, do you feel like you have a lot to prove?
I think I played with a chip on my shoulder. I started playing ball when I was younger, middle school, because some guys said I couldn't. So I've always played like that. I play just to prove to myself that I can play, that I can keep up, with guys. So I've always had that edge to me, So it's not like I have to prove it to anyone else. As long as I can prove it to myself, that's all that matters.
That's all you owe is yourself.
An audience of one. That's it.
Amen for that. That's perfect. What makes you think that you should be starting for the Hawks this season?
I mean, I've always, thrived under pressure. Or as the saying I like to say in the locker room, I get fresher under pressure. But that's just how I've always been, So it doesn't matter how many guys because I'm not competing against anyone. I'm competing against myself. And I've always thought that, from the time I was a rookie when I came in as an undrafted free agent and they drafted a guy and brought another guy, I told myself it's either him or me. And it damn sure ain't gonna be me. And I haven't stopped playing ever since. So, I don't worry about it. I don't play the number game in my head. All I do is play my game. I affect what I can affect, and everything usually works out in my favor.
I like that. I like that.
So.
Fresher under pressure.
Get fresher.
Y'all remember that.
Pressure.
So you were a Husky, Dubs up.
You know it.
And played here in Seattle in college. So how's it feel to be part of the city and beyond college and then experiencing the 12th man?
Right, I think I'm very fortunate. It's rare that a player gets to experience that, that crossover, that carryover, whether you're a Husky fan or a Seahawks fan, you're still a Roy fan because I'm on both sides of the fence. So I'm very thankful for it, I'm very thankful that we have a team, a professional team in the same city that I played college ball in. So, I accept it, and Seattle's been great to me, and that's why I'll continue to be good to Seattle.
Beautiful. So there's a lot of mixed feelings regarding the new jerseys. What do you think about them?
The jerseys are cool. I don't really have, it doesn't matter. I'm a football player. I don't care what we played in the game. It doesn't matter. And,
burlap sack is okay?
Oh, my gosh, that would suck. Burlap Under Armour. Ooh. But you know what? The thing is, I think, sometimes we make a big deal, a big fuss about things to kind of pump us up. But to be honest, real good football teams don't care what they play in. I hope that it will pass. We would really be foolish to not pass, to allow having an arena that can boost the
Oh,
economy
boy.
in the
Huge.
city.
Supply jobs.
Oh my
The
goodness.
fact that they want to
youth.
build a big retail outlet center down there, so there's a bunch of stores and
Yeah,
stuff. I mean, there's
absolutely.
so much.
It'll be great, and I have a sense, and I've had the sense since the Sonics left that the whole city has kind of been under like a little slumber since the Sonics left. Because even growing up, even in Los Angeles, I hated the Supersonics. Ooh, I did not want the Lakers to play the Sonics, and if
Roy
they did,
didn't like the Supersonics.
no. I'm a Laker fan. I'm a Los Angeles.
I'm a Kobe fan.
Yeah,
I like Kobe.
Oh, absolutely.
Kobe's
But I mean,
my
just
boy.
saying, that was like the heated battle, and then once the Sonics left, it was just kind of like, it like deflated the city of energy.
It did.
So bring it back. Why not?
All right,
It can
all
only
right.
help.
Laker fans saying yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, you know the cowbell dude,
Yes, Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Uncle Jimbo.
So Jimbo says, can I plan on painting another C captain's cowbell for him this season?
You know what? How about I just give you back my cowbell and you can just highlight another one of the stars? 'Cause that's what happens when you become a captain over and over again. They give you just an extra
And it's gonna
gold
happen.
star.
He's
So,
due.
I'm well overdue. Like I said, I think I would have been a captain again last year hadn't I got hurt, but you can't be a captain coming in on pup. So I just lead by example, and if I'm blessed, Lord willing, the teammates vote me a captain, and I'll fulfill my captain duties.
Sure hope so. It'll look good on your chest,
It
man.
will. It will look good.
That's a good-looking
especially in a
seat.
new uniform.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Novilo's Brazilian Steakhouse. At Novilo's, we use only the highest quality beef, chicken, pork, and lamb. We prepare each cut daily by trimming the meat and placing it on large skewers. Then we marinate or dry rub the meat and place it into the Brazilian rotisserie barbecue. The Brazilian gauchos masterfully grill each cut until it is perfectly cooked. The skewer is then brought straight to your plate, piping hot, so it's always fresh and delicious. We offer alcantara, picana, fraldina, beef ribs, chicken and sausage, pork ribs, chicken with bacon, rack of lamb, picana with garlic, pork loin with cheese, ribeye, leg of lamb, a bacon-wrapped filet, filet mignon. We invite you to experience the taste of Brazil at Novilo's, located near the 405 and 90 freeways behind Factoria Mall.
I don't know about you, but after seeing Novilo's commercials, I'm always hungry. So our guests on the show today happen to be from Everett. Well, actually all over the place, because I'm sure the girls come from everywhere. But I've got in studio right now the owner and head coach of the Everett Rain, Billy Russo, and the wide receiver / defensive back, Miss Amy Salia. How's it going, guys?
Great, thanks for
Normally
having
there'd
us
be
here.
a huge round of applause right now, but our studio audience just didn't happen to show up today. I don't know what happened.
That was on you.
I can clap for myself.
Oh, so let's hear it. I mean, we got to start from the beginning. When did you decide to take on the ownership idea, taking a football team to Everett? I mean, we've had the Seattle Majestics around for a long time. My understanding was that, they decided to move, but you set me straight, and the Majestics are actually going to be playing you guys.
Yeah, they're a big time rival of us, and I got started with this actually with the Majestics in 2007. I was their head coach, went undefeated and lost in the first round of the playoffs to Sacramento. Talked to the league a little bit after that, talking about moving a team maybe up north. There was a lot of interest from women up there who wanted to play, but they didn't want to make the commute down south. The league wasn't ready to expand at the time, and just kind of put it on the back burner, and contacted the league again this year, and they said, yeah, let's do it. So Seattle approved it because they're a local team as well, and
Right.
and now we're off and running. So
Nice.
it's been awesome.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I mean, more football.
Exactly.
For me, as a football fan,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. But then I'm upset to hear that you guys start in March.
We do start in March of this 2013 season.
That's a long time away.
Well, it gives fans a little bit more time to find out who we are and what we're about, and get out there and promote a little bit more, and give us a little bit more practice time under our belt.
So we were talking earlier about a dance team. Is this like going to be guys in leather pants and oiled
Well,
down like
you've
Sharon
seen
Osbourne once?
you know, The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. We decided to hit one of the local prisons and get some of that.
That's why I like you, Billy. That's why I like you. Perfect for the show. I mean, you know,
Exactly.
you bring a guy on like this, and the ratings go up.
Exactly. But no, seriously, we will have tryouts here in a couple months with some gals and so forth, and put together a dance cheer squad, and they're called the Everett Rain Gals, and we'll see where that goes. We're
Okay, Amy,
excited.
what do you think about this? I mean, wouldn't you rather have a bunch of guys on the sidelines dancing around in leather pants and oiled down?
I already told them don't bother unless they're hot. Hot dudes, hot guys. I'm not alone either. We're all telling them that.
It's been requested, and we've taken that in consideration.
So maybe you can have two dance teams.
we could.
There you go.
Yeah, the prison
It
would be
would be a
happy with that.
first.
So
I think it would be a first. Amy, what possesses you to decide to want to play? I mean, you're going to be like out there taking hits. You're going to be out there hitting. Are you excited about that?
Yes, I'm actually kind of bummed out that we don't get to play until March. We're all
I
very
am too.
antsy. I'm ready to go now, but that's how it is.
So how many days are you practicing a week right now?
3 days a week, a couple of days during the weekday and on the weekend.
Right.
So yeah, and we're wrapping up our season this week, and championships for the IWFL are this weekend, and
Wow.
so we kind of went to this point so everybody got a feel what it'd be like for a long season once we hit the championship mark. So, and
Wow.
we start off-season conditioning here in a couple of weeks. So
That's pretty impressive. I mean, okay, not to compare or anything, but I got a lot of friends that play for the LFL, for the Seattle Mist. And, you know, there's so many different comparisons. Well, some people say, well, they aren't real football players. They're lingerie. They're playing in lingerie, a bunch of hookers, blah, blah, blah. And it's like they haven't even seen this stuff, you know? So how can you judge? How can you compare? These girls are out there in just helmets, little shoulder pads, and little elbow pads. And they're out there crushing each other.
exactly.
So we're looking at the game of football in full pads, full helmets, full shoulder pads, I mean, all of the gear. And, you know, I mean, how do you compare it? You can't really compare it because it's two different ways to look at football.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be playing Smash Mouth football. And, well, I should say, you girls are going to be playing Smash Mouth football. I can't wait because I've been to a couple Majestics games. And I like the fact that you guys snagged Rachel Gore.
That was
Because
a big
Rachel
pickup,
Gore
yes.
actually tried out for the Mist. And there was issues why she didn't want to end up playing for the Mist. But I think it's noble. I mean, now she's going to be playing for Everett. And she's going to... This girl, if you haven't seen an actual girl playing football, trust me, they do play as hard as the boys do, if not harder. I mean, I've been a big advocate for women in sports for years and years. Huge Storm fan. And if you haven't seen a girls' football game, you got to go check it out. Because these girls are out there busting their humps and just doing it well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for you guys. Maybe we'll get the cameras up, come up to practice, and you know, do a little footage and
Definitely.
make Amy more nervous than she already is. I mean, you know, this is your first appearance on a TV show.
Yes, it is.
So were you excited on the way here?
Yeah.
Were the butterflies going?
They still are.
Well, see, we've got something in common. Because before the show, I was a little nervous about doing this whole live in studio show thing, you know, because this is new. I mean, over there in the radio department, it's pretty easy because you just kind of kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Well, here you got to make sure you're looking in the camera the right way, looking in the camera the left way, looking in the camera the right way, looking in the camera the left way, and you got to do it right because then it looks good on TV.
Yep.
So, back to you guys. What's the most tough part that you've had to learn about football?
Well, I was telling you earlier that I'm actually brand new to football, and I
Right.
never really followed football prior to getting involved. I basically saw Billy's advertisement flyer at the gym, and thought that's right up my alley. I'm going to go try it out. I'm going to go see what it's like. And, you know, a few months later, here I am. But
soft-spoken,
learning,
pretty lady, and now you're out there on the gridiron smashing people.
I'm really tough. I might be quiet, but I can take care of myself pretty good. And but I just feel that it was a really good fit for me. I love being part of a team and the camaraderie that comes with that. I just really enjoy that, and so I'm happy to be here and have this opportunity. So I'm really excited.
So how
I
long,
just really
how
wanna
long
start
have you been
playing games.
practicing yourself?
A couple months.
Nice. So you've learned the different aspects of the game.
It's slowly coming along,
Right.
yes. Yes. It's mostly the plays and different things that I got to be honest, I used to think that football players were all just a bunch of dumb jocks. And then he gave me this book, and I'm looking at it thinking there's no way I'm going to learn all this. So I'm just quickly trying to absorb all of the technical aspects, plays, and the routes and runs. And it's been complicated, but I have a new respect for the guys that play football now. So.
And girls.
Yes, and girls.
So
Traditionally being a boys' sport, yes,
Right,
that was
right.
always guys. So
Oh man, it's honorable to have you guys in studio, because I mean, you know, now people get to see the other side. You know, they've seen the girls that I've interviewed with the LFL, and now they see the girls that are going to be putting on full pads. So if you go to a game, you check out the differences, I should say, in the game. The girls in the LFL, they play in arena football style. The girls in, what is your league?
IWFL.
IWFL, they play on full fields.
Yep.
So 100 yards long,
100 yards.
60 yards wide.
Yep.
So
Regular
you guys
football
are running
rules.
your behinds off. Holy smokes. Billy, what's the hardest part of getting the girls? I mean, I know some of these girls have got to be like thinking, God, they hit hard. I don't know about that. Is there that element of the game where you have to toughen up some of the girls?
Well, of course they have to get acclimated to the game.
Right.
You know, it's a big difference. They're at a disadvantage already because they haven't played it for as long as the men have.
Right.
And so coming in, you know, a lot of them watched it on TV. They went to Seahawks games or seen it, whatever. They have kids of their own or family members who play, you know, in youth leagues and stuff. So getting them in the mindset of taking a hit or doing things right is a lot different, and it's a slow process, but they're coming along and they're figuring it out, and which is great to see. The progression from day 1 to day, you know, 30
Right.
is a big difference, and just seeing that light bulb go
can
on
imagine.
it's just awesome once they get that first collision or that first feeling of, oh wow, I did this right, this is awesome. You know, it's huge. You see it in their face, you see it in the teammates' face, you see it in the coach's face. It's just like, now we're getting to where we need to be.
It's like flipping the switch.
Exactly.
Nice, very nice. Oh man, Amy, what's your future outlook? I mean, how do you perceive yourself in the future? I mean, you're going to be playing both sides of the ball.
right.
Okay, I've coached kids, and to get the kids playing both sides, it's pretty tough. I coached a team one of my last, like 3 years ago, that I had 15 players on the team. We were lucky sometimes we got 17 or 18, but these guys had to play Iron Man football. You're going to be playing Iron Woman football, both sides of the ball. Do you see yourself playing as hard on offense as you do on defense?
Well, knowing myself and the kind of person I am, yes, absolutely. I think that I'll probably be a little better one way or the other just because naturally.
Right.
But no, I'm going to play just as hard on both sides. So.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing it. We got a couple more of the girls up here. One of them is going to be their, what would you say, reporter / blogger /
Correct. She's our reporter,
Pretty
blogger.
face.
Pretty face, yeah.
and then also we've got the GM, or I should say assistant GM.
Assistant GM, yeah.
And so we'll bring Summer and
Anissa.
Anissa?
Correct,
I want to say
yeah.
Anissa, but it's Anissa.
Anissa.
We'll bring Summer and Anissa on in this next segment. We're going to show you a little clip of what they've got for the big Jumbotron once they get to the Jumbotron time of year. So we'll show you this clip. We'll change them out real quick, and we'll be right back.
That was
we did the quick switch. Got a couple new guests in the studio, but from the same team. Summer, GM / woman of all trades, I'm hearing.
Yeah, I do lots of things.
Anissa, reporter / blogger.
Yes, I am.
I mean, you're both beautiful. So,
thank you.
I mean, it seems like not just another pretty face when it comes to being on a football team. So, what exactly is your role as GM? I mean, what do you get to do?
Well, I get to be the girls' go-to girl.
Right.
You know, I get to be there to support them, be there for them, guide them. You know, I'm their support.
So you're big sister.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. I like that. That's a good way. They should have called you big sister.
Right. I mean, and if we get any, sponsors or
Right.
if there's any extra things that we need to go over, I'll be that person to do that for the team.
Nice.
So.
So, as a reporter, you've got a big job.
I do.
Are you also doing like press release stuff for the team? Or?
At the moment, no. I'm
Okay.
just basically doing, interviews with the girls, just
Right.
trying to get little profiles, things to like about them on the website and stuff, and basically just getting to know them right now. So, yeah.
So how long you been with the team?
Since day one.
Since day one.
Since day one. Yes.
I mean, you've got your own little video footage for the big board. I mean, that's impressive. You know you're part of a team when you
Yes.
got that part. I mean, gosh, I never even got that. What the heck? So, Summer, back to you. Do you guys have, I mean, is there going to be any more exhibition games before the season starts? Do you guys get a chance to, or is that something I should have asked Billy?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean, he knows more about the game plays
Right.
and all of that, but I'm going to be the informant and, carry forth with
Well,
the
this
girls,
isn't the
more or
last
less,
time
like,
we'll have you guys, that's for sure.
Right. We've got so much set up, and Billy's gone over so much with me recently as far as, like, we've got moms, that are going to play. We've got.
Wow. That's something you just don't think of when you're talking.
Right.
I mean, you're going to have mothers, you're going to have sisters, you're going to have college kids, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
well,
impressive.
And players have pets, so what happens then?
Oh boy.
Doggy daycare.
Doggy daycare.
That can get expensive. It can
Yes.
get really expensive.
It's a cost.
Oh man. So do the girls, do they get an actual salary or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I mean, if I ask something that you don't want to answer, just say, no comment. I mean, we'll make
Keep
it
it fair.
simple. But, I mean, it's like with the girls of the LFL. Last couple seasons, they played virtually for free. Mitchell Mortaza, the head honcho of the LFL, he's done some changes. They've gotten contracts with MTV, or I should say MTV2. Now they're talking to some different possible TV people to show, I mean, to get it out there. I mean, with you guys, I'm sure that eventually once March comes closer, all the local media is going to want to talk to you guys and get to know about it. They didn't do a whole lot with the Majestics when the Majestics first came to town. I remember seeing the Majestics and then like asking some of the news guys saying, dude, why didn't you guys talk about the Majestics? I mean, those girls are out there kicking some butt and taking some names. Now we're looking forward to the Everett Rain girls kicking some butt and taking some names. I mean, yeah, Seattle's biggest sports fan, but you got to pick one way or another, So I'm a big fan of the Washington Stealth up in Everett and those Everett Raptors up in Everett. So, I think it's a good time to become a big Everett Rain fan. So are you looking forward to the challenge that's upcoming? I mean, you guys have, 6, 7, 8 months before like things start getting to the nitty gritty.
Right.
And
Definitely.
I mean, there's a lot of work to do.
There's a lot, but they're up for the challenge. I
Nice.
mean, they're strong.
How are you going to
They're
keep
great
yourself
athletes.
busy? I mean, it's not going to be a whole lot of injury reports because you're not really playing games.
Well, I do other things other than just reporting for the team. I work and I'm a
Do you
college-
really?
Yeah, I'm a
What's
college
work?
student. Work.
works.
Work and college student. It gets kind of busy, but keeping myself busy with school and
Nice.
also doing it on the side.
So are you studying media?
Actually, I'm not.
You're going to be a doctor, aren't you?
No, I'm.
Dang
going,
it.
No, no. I'm actually studying to be a dentist.
Really?
Yes.
I was close.
Close, but
I mean, on
it's
The Hangover,
different, yeah.
he was doctor, he wanted to be called doctor, so, Great movie.
But you know, I really just want to do it for the experience. I think it'll
Nice.
be a really great experience with the
Heck
whole
yeah.
team and everything, and just lifetime friends, you know.
Nice. So, what's your day job? I mean, do you have a day job, or is this the day job?
No. I actually have had, I've done so much with myself. I'm actually a mom. I'm a mom of 4.
Nice.
So I'm very busy.
4?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, 4.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? 4? Man, I feel like I'm on a golf course.
Twins. So you
Really?
know, yeah.
That's
They'll live up
challenging.
there. Yeah. Busy. But
Ages.
so the twins are 3. My middle son 9, and my daughter's 12.
Nice. 12?
3 boys, 1 girl.
Come on now. You can't be like 22, 23. Come on. 10? Did I get points there? Did I get points?
Yeah.
Yes.
Brownie points.
Wow. What a challenge. I mean, you know, this is the things these things impress me. Talking to girls like Jessica Hopkins, she's a mom, you know, and she's like one of the superstars of the Seattle Miss, if not the superstar. And you're the GM of a football team and mother of 4. 4? Are you serious?
Yeah, the part-time job, the job that I actually do is consulting.
Okay.
So, yes, and styling and hair and makeup and things like that too.
Makeup, styling, hair. I could use some of that. I was going to go after the hairdresser thing because, you know, you do got the look with the hair.
I get asked that a lot.
It's pretty awesome.
Thanks.
I wish I could grow hair again, but, you know, those days are gone.
We can get you a little wig or something.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah, we'll do something.
Well, I don't
for you.
know. I don't know. I've seen that movie, too. The guy's wig blows off. He looks
No,
like a
that
dork.
you got to wear the hat on top of the wig so it doesn't
Okay.
blow off.
Maybe I'll get the Guy Fieri little visor thing.
Yeah.
We'll
That
get
could
the
be a good look for me.
little flare
Low
waves
Fieri?
going out there.
Nope. Wow. Girls, thank you so much for coming on the show. You know, we're going to look forward to seeing how these things progress. It's a long time to the season, but we can make it interesting. We can definitely make it interesting. So you guys saw the little clip with Roy there, and I'm sure you were kind of digging that because he had a couple things to say. We'll put that up on the website, so you'll see that at bigsportslowdown.com. You can check out a lot of different content on there. There's a lot of good stuff coming here from ASI Global. I love saying that. Just like powerful. ASI Global. Yeah, that's the media station I want to be with. So anyhow, girls, thanks so much for coming on the show. Like I said, we'll keep in touch. Make sure everybody knows what's going on. Let's put an exhibition game together so maybe we can get some fans in the stands and watch you girls hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
definitely.
thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Let's go to a neat little clip. We took a little trip last week out to Clearwater Casino, hung out with the Greater Trinity Academy, and did a little golf trip. So you can check this out. See what Steve Largent has to say about the upcoming year for the Seahawks. Check it out.
I'm with Steve Largent right now. Man, oh man. Interviewed
All right.
Dave Craig the other day, had him in studio, and boy, the nice things he said about you. Well, what are you up to
I
nowadays?
don't know what came over him. Well, I still run the trade association for the wireless industry back in Washington, D.C. I've been doing that now for 9 years, hard to believe, but and I really love what I'm doing.
Well, it's a long ways to come out here to Seattle again, you know, and do good things for the kids at Greater Trinity Academy. What does this mean to you?
Well, I come out here because of Kenny Easley, really. He invited me to come out to this year's tournament, and, I just think the world of that guy. And so if he's doing something, I want to be a part of it.
Well, I tell you, I know there's fans in Seattle. Think the world of you, Steve. And when can we expect to see you walking around the sidelines again sometime?
Well, other than just being a guest, I'm not sure when. I still love to watch football. It's a big part of my history. I love the game. But as far as getting back out on the field in any capacity, I don't see that coming.
Well, the 12th man is definitely anxious for this year. How about a prediction for this year's season?
You know, I think they'll finish above 500, and they could be as good as 10-6 or 11-5. I think it'll just depend on you know how they play, particularly how they play in the first half of the season. I think if they get off to a good start, then you know, the sky's the limit. But so we'll see.
You were an upstanding guy every year you played for the Hawks. What do you say to a guy like Marshawn Lynch? I mean, do you look down on him for what he did? People are really frustrated right now. I'm one of those guys that, you know, God forgives and so do I. So what's your feelings to a guy like that?
Well, I feel that way too, but I feel like that, you know, if I were talking to him face to face, I would say, you dummy, what are you doing? I mean, you got the world by the tail and everything's looking up for you, and you're doing stupid stuff like that. And you know, particularly this close to the season, I don't understand, I don't get it. But you know, I hope he can overcome that and come back and have a good year, and more importantly, you know, get his life in order and start acting the way we expect people to act when they're, you know, prominent players in the community.
Steve, this is truly an honor. I thank you for taking the time.
You bet. My pleasure.
All
Thank
right,
you.
When I was a kid, I used to be a huge New England Patriots fan. And there was nothing better than watching Sam Bam Cunningham run the ball. Sam, it's an honor to have you here in Seattle playing in this golf tournament for Greater Trinity Academy. What brings you out here?
Well, number one, Charlie Young, who was a good friend of mine and teammate and, you know, just part of my family, part of his family. He invited me up to be a part of it, and jumped at the chance because it's a chance to see him and a chance to see some of the other guys and just be up here and help and support this this wonderful foundation that this golf tournament supports.
So a lot of people ask, you know, Big Low, you got to ask the players what they're up to nowadays. What are you up to nowadays?
Well, I live in Southern California, married, got a couple kids, one granddaughter, and I do landscape construction and do a lot of mentoring of young kids and young men and women, and you know, just try to give back as much as I possibly can and try to make a difference.
Do you ever get together with old Steve Grogan anymore?
I see Steve when I go back to New England every now and then because, you know, he lives back there, and I get back there maybe once, twice a year, and I get a chance to see him and some of my other teammates that are back there, and then talk on the phone with a lot of the guys that I played with that are still around and hanging in. You know, we're all getting old, so, you know, the clock is ticking.
Age is nothing, but adds fineness to the beauty.
Yes, it does.
Sam Cunningham, thank you so much, man. This is a truly honor.
Oh, it's an honor to me, man. You know, I'd heard about you from down in Southern California, so you know that. So it's definitely an honor to be a part of it and talk to you and be a part of your show. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You don't know what this means to me, folks, but this is my man, Efren Herrera, trick play, NFL, extraordinary kicker. Efren, this is awesome you coming back to Seattle, man.
I'm telling you, I heard about you, and I've been looking forward just to come up here and be interviewed by you. I mean, this makes my day. I mean, this is serious. This is great. How you doing, man? You doing good?
I'm doing good, man. You want to hold the microphone?
No.
That might make it special.
No, you're doing well. I mean, you know.
What does it mean to be part of a golf tournament like this?
You know, I've been with Kenny Easley in every tournament he's been involved, and he does a great job. It's such a great friendship between all the players. You know, you got a lot of guys that we played in the 80s, and it's nice to see them. You know, we got a lot of guys that they come back, and it's nice to say hi to them, and it's a great cause. I mean, it's really nice. You know, we're helping somebody, you know, to stay in athletic and maybe do something. You know, one of these days, maybe one of them is going to make it somewhere.
So all the people watching right now, what are you up to these days? I mean, what keeps you busy?
You know, the main thing I do, I try to go talk to kids about staying in school. Education is our key to anything. And so a lot of the kids are dropping out. A lot of the kids are just in the bubble. And a lot of them don't know what to do. And so when you go and talk to them and get down with them and let them know that, you know, I was there at that time when I was young, and they do listen. I mean, a lot of the kids, they just want a little push, a little something, support. And so I go talk to them about education, about staying away from drugs, you know, economic empowerment, what it really takes for them to be able to be successful. And I try to do that because the community has always been good to me.
Efren, this is an honor, man. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Hi to everybody.
What's up, Seattle? I'm Kevin Calabro.
And Sue Bird.
This is Steph McKagan.
This is Golden Tate.
I'm Spencer Hawes, and you're watching Seattle Sports Lowdown with Big Low. Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low. Big Low.
Big Low. This is Ben Obermeyer.
Hey, this is Gary Payton. You watching the
Seattle Sports Lowdown?
Big Low. Big Low.
With Big Low.
You're about to experience the Big Sports Lowdown.
Woo! Welcome back to the show. Before I go to my next guest, got to talk about something special that's near and dear to my heart. On July 19th, my friend Stacy Ankerfeld, she's a huge Seattle sports fan, and she walked around the street side of her car, and she was struck by a driver and was thrown about 30 feet. So she was immediately rushed to Harborview Medical Center with multiple skull fractures, a cerebral hemorrhage, and broken ribs. And in lieu of that, she's looking at some pretty big medical bills. So on my website, bigsportslowdown.com, there's going to be a link. I don't know if we have it up yet, but soon, tonight, tomorrow, the link will be up there. If you can find it in your heart to go donate $5, $10, $20, I mean anything at this point will really help. They've gone through quite a traumatic experience, and she's a 5th grade teacher at Scenic Hill in Kent. She's loved by the kids. So they've raised about $20,000 so far, but from my experience with Harborview and knowing how fast the bills add up there, I know it's quite costly. So if you can find it in your heart, go to my webpage, find the link. I'll tweet it here in a little while. I'll Facebook it here in a little while. So it'll be out there. Anything, any amount at all helps. Amazing, amazing sports fan. They're also doing a benefit spaghetti dinner and silent auction on Sunday, August 5th, which is during Seafair. But if you aren't doing Seafair, it's at the Log Cabin Pub in Sumner at 1 o'clock. Just, go down, make an appearance, say hey, bid on some of the auction stuff. It'd mean a lot to me, and it'd probably mean a lot to them. So I don't know her condition. I know she was in critical condition. Don't know if she's still in that position, but you know me, I like helping people, so do our part and see what we can come up with for her. So we'll keep you posted on her situation, and I'm going to try and get with the Dermafex guys and see if maybe we can do like a tattoo day, maybe get a little Seahawks tattoo or something, just see how we can progress with this. So coming up now, I should say, joining me in studio, my buddy, Austin Ekrit. Austin, man, hydroplane racer extraordinaire. He's not in the big boats yet, but I have a good feeling this kid's going to be moving up in the world pretty soon. Austin, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
So how long you been at this?
I've been racing for about 5 years, coming up on my 6th year now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Adrenaline junkie? I mean, are you bungee jumping too, or are you mountain climbing?
Believe it or not, I would probably never bungee jump.
You gotta be kidding me.
Or
how fast those boats go?
My class, 2.5 stock, we're right around 90 to 100.
That's
right
pretty dang fast, because those boats aren't very big. I mean, they're not huge.
No, they're only about 17 feet long.
Right.
Like my class gets down to 16, 15 and a half right in there. Like,
wow.
They can be really small, and we're still scooting at 90, 100.
What's your biggest challenge with racing?
With me, I've had a lot of problems with braking and stuff like that, but just trying to get out there, finish the races, and not only finish them, but finish in first, second, third, up there.
What's your best finish so far?
First.
All right.
Actually, my last race I was in was the Western Divisionals,
right?
And I took it.
Was that just recently?
Yeah, it was, 2 weekends ago? Not last weekend, but the weekend before.
Okay, where was this at?
Olympia, Washington.
Okay.
Black Lake. So it's just crazy to think that, hey, I'm a champion now.
That's an honor, man.
Oh,
I mean,
it really is.
I'm interviewing a champion. That's the best part. So you go out, you get sponsors, Bison Creek Pizza in Burien.
Yeah.
I know Bison Creek well because my best friend Scotty worked there for a long time with his buddy Mike Renoir. Mike Renoir always is in Hey, I need a large pizza. You know, Mike was a good guy for Scotty to work
Yeah.
with. We had so much fun with that. But new owners of Bison Creek, you say the pizza's getting better?
New owners, pizzas are just same deliciousness you can remember.
They feed you free?
They feed me. They take very
Gotta love
good well of
that.
me. Doesn't it show?
Oh, it shows. I've been hanging out with him too. Shows, doesn't it?
So yeah, no, they take really good care of me. Also, Vision Collision in Burien.
Nice.
They're right down the street actually, and
Wow.
they helped me a lot too with my latest boat build that I did. And so yeah.
So you cruise around in the S36.
Mm-hmm. That's my boat.
Do you have a name for her? I mean, like, you know, the big Unlimiteds, you always saw the Miss Budweiser, the Miss Atlas Van Line.
Yeah.
It was always a Miss something.
Well, I'm the Bison Creek.
All right.
I mean, they're my
Miss Bison Creek?
They're my presenting sponsor, so I'm Miss Bison Creek. So
Have you ever? This is part of the scary part of racing. Have you ever flipped or crashed?
I have actually.
Well, take us through it.
It was in my older boat a couple of years ago, coming into the first turn, and there happened to be some stray waves, and went barreling into the first turn, and it just sort of picked up on me, and instead of the traditional blowover, it actually like barrel rolled on me.
Wow.
So I sort of like just watched all the water just wash over the sponson, and then all of a sudden I was underwater.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Scary?
At the second, no, it
You
wasn't.
are an adrenaline junkie. I knew it. Hey, let's put up a clip, and kind of, if you can, look at the screen over there and kind of take us through it a little bit.
All right.
We got a clip in there? Yes, we do.
Yeah. The first picture there was actually my the first boat, or not my first boat. Won the divisionals with.
Nice.
And this is actually my older boat, and this is last year.
Still the Bison Creek Pizza.
Still Bison Creek Pizza.
Nice.
And so
we put some stills in there. We you know, we kind of pieced together a little cool
and
footage of it.
That's the new boat right there. So as you can see, it's
Dude, you are
it's
flying.
light. It's a really light boat. So
wow.
And we're still dialing it in. I've only had 3 races in that the new boat. So.
You got any races coming up?
I do. August 25th and 26th, Pateros, Washington, right outside Chelan.
All right.
And then the 6th and 7th.
Do you have a website?
Like that. Unfortunately, I don't.
We gotta
I'm
get you a
trying.
website,
I'm trying to
man.
get one worked up. I really
Right
am. But if you find me on Facebook, I usually try to keep everything going and.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
It's,
Well, we'll keep in contact with you, and
Yeah.
we'll see what the future has for Mr. Austin Ekrit. I mean,
Totally.
you know, Seafair next weekend. Are you going to go and check out the festivities?
I'll be there. I'll be around.
Nice.
I've been
we'll
doing
be
a
down
lot
there.
of.
Maybe we'll catch up with you and pop
Yeah.
a quick interview with you while we're in the pits.
Yeah, totally.
Wow. Austin, thank you so much for coming on the show, bro.
Thank you.
Well, that's the Big Sports Lowdown for this week. Next week, we'll see what's coming up, and we'll be posting it to the Big Sports Lowdown Facebook page, Big Sports Lowdown website. Other than that, wow. Great first show. We had a lot of fun, but right now, we got to run. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Big Sports Lowdown next week, Thursday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Have a great week, and have a sports fantastic day.